Hi everyone, glad you could join me again today. I want to show you a little bit of progress on the River Shanty Shack, my little project boat. Been working on it today and I just cleaned up my tools and everything, so I want to give you a look at what the progress is so far. I've gotten in a couple of windows, framed out most of the roof. Can't wait to get the plywood on there and seal that off so I'll have a roof on it. So anyway, let me, without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what I've got. As you can see, we have a window in the front. We have a window in the back. And you can see all of the roof framing that's in there now. Now I still have a couple of pieces I need to put on the edges here. I need to put some more 1x all the way down the top edge. Then I need to put a 1x2 along the face or the fascia, and then a soffit, which is roughly about 7 inches. I'll probably just cut strips of plywood for that and seal that all off in one sheet all the way around. That'll be a lot easier than trying to put small pieces in or what have you. And you can see I've just framed it out. I've made the cleats are removable. These are nailed and screwed on the outside. I've made them removable on the inside. In case I break the window, I may have to replace it. At least I can just remove the cleats on the inside and be able to replace them. So anyway, you can see here I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, so I ended up making it a little bit long, but I'm going to cut these off so I can bring my siding right up to the edge here. That'll take care of that. Same thing at the top for this particular window. Now the back I already knew at this point what I was going to do, so I already did that. Now I wanted to show you a lot of what I'm doing is notched in. This 2x4 is notched in at the bottom, and it's notched in there at the top. The more I can notch in and screw together, the stronger this entire structure is going to be. Now you can see I've tried to keep everything light by using 1x, screwing everything in, and you can see my decks are clear now of lumber that I had piled up the other day. That's all been used up, so I'm ready now to put a roof on it. I'm just going to have to get some help for that. These sheets they're not quite a 1/4 inch thick, but man, they're dense, they're heavy. So I don't want to kill myself trying to do that. So if I can get somebody on one side, I'll get on the other. We'll be on ladders. I can manhandle those things up a lot better. But that's quite a bit of progress, I think, from the last time I showed this on the on YouTube. Now, right next to this window, I decided to put a door right up against that window, so I'll have a blank space roughly, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide in that far corner. And then in the front it'll be this kind of the same thing. There'll be a door right to the left of that window. Now on the other side, it's the same as this side. They're duplicates. You can see that one 2x4, this one here also. Alright, and that 2x4 is going to be the back end of a long 30 inch by 60 inch long window, like a picture window on that side. That's going to be the back side of it, right up to that 2x4. So it gives me a lot of visibility. There'll be a glass door in the front, plus that glass window. There'll be a glass door in the back, plus that window, and then the 2 on the sides. I may put one more small one in the far corner here, which will house a porta potty probably. And then on the opposite side will be a galley. My steering station will be about 2/3 of the way up or halfway into this house. I don't think I have a lot of weight, and that's a real concern. But the data plate on here, this is a very old unit. It's about 1969, I think the data plate said. Anyway, the weight capacity is 3,000 pounds. I don't think I have more than, I don't know, 5, maybe 700 pounds. I might have maybe 800. By the time I'm done, between me, my weight, and the house, I probably won't have more than 1,000, 12, 1,500 in weight. So the wet, that's dry weight. The wet stuff like your water storage and fuel storage and food and clothes and stuff, I don't think it's going to amount to a whole lot. The good thing about that is I can balance this thing out. So if I'm stern heavy, I'll move stuff forward. If I'm forward heavy, if I'm heavy in the bow, I can move things towards the back or in the middle of the boat. So that'll help for that. Everything else, I think, is pretty well balanced out. Now I have a 3-foot overhang on the front and the back, forward and aft. And that's just to give me some rain cover, a little bit of shade. I'm probably going to put, in fact I am going to put some corner posts here on the corners when I get the roof on it. I still got some 1x curved pieces for the arches, probably put in one up against the 2x4s there, and then the rest will go, a foot and a half, 2 feet maybe. Anyway, there'll be at least 2 or 3 more of those for support, and then on the corners I'll run a post after in the back here. In the back corner, on each corner we'll have a post holding up, or basically not really holding the roof up, but it gives it extra strength and better than just having a cantilever. Now in the forward section here, I don't think I'm going to go with the post because I have, as you can see, maybe, yeah, you can kind of tell, there's a taper here. So it's about roughly 3 feet to where the taper starts. And so I didn't want to have a post kind of just hanging in the middle here somewhere. And then, of course I have an indentation right there, a side clearance. So I'm going to have a post that's going to be in plus way back. So it'd be somewhere in the middle right here. And that would be kind of ridiculous. It would be in the way all the time. So I've decided what I'll probably do is make some brackets that'll go from the tip of the overhang here down to the side, roughly about the center of the window. That's almost, I guess it's about a 45. It may be decorative brackets, it may just be plain, but either way, I think that'll work fine for that. And then, like I said, I'll put posts in the back. That'll help to have something to grab onto. Now there's overhang on the sides for obvious reasons. Remember I mentioned I'm going to install some small gutters that'll catch rainwater, and then I'll filter that. I don't want to stop, every so many miles for gallons of water to drink. Besides, I really don't trust it as much as what I can filter. So I think that's about it. I've covered most all of the upgrades that I can remember doing since the last tape or the last video. Anyway, hopefully you'll keep following along and we'll learn a lot going on here. I've mentioned already that I've got, you can see here, notches in as many places as I thought was necessary for that extra strength. The siding will go right on up against the bottom of that board, that sideboard, on both sides. But I've got brackets occasionally here and there. Those are to help me keep things at a 90 degree. These 45 supports are temporary. They'll be coming out real soon. They're really not necessary now, but I wanted to get the windows in first before I remove them, because then I may have a problem as far as keeping it square. And once your glass is in, you sure don't want to have it be too crooked. One more thing I thought about. I was going to wash these. These are recovered from, I guess, an old screen door or a storm door. I was going to wash them, then I realized I got a lot of birds around here. They may fly right into that thing, and either they're going to break it or they're going to kill themselves. So I decided I'm going to leave them dirty so they can spot it. And then when I get ready to clean the entire boat up and do some painting or whatever, I'll clean them at that point. But I'm going to leave them dirty just so they see it and they don't fly. Just about everything I've done. I plan on putting the plywood roof, I think, next. Problem I have now is I have some plywood, but all the material that's gone, I just showed you, that was in or on the deck of this boat, that's all I had for a while. My budget's very, very tight. Right now, I just don't have the money to go out and buy more material. So, some of that will lag behind a little bit. I've got enough to cover most of the roof, and that's a start. So, hopefully, it'll be soon before I get some more funds. I'm on a fixed income, I'm a diabetic, and I get Social Security. I'm retired, so it takes time to accumulate money. So I spent a lot on this so far. Actually, everything I had. But I think the progress is coming along pretty nice. I have till the end of May, first week of June, before I plan to sail off with this thing. So it gives me all of April and the rest of April and the rest of and all of May for me to go ahead and go down the river. So anyway, please subscribe and stay with me on these videos. You're going to see a lot of progress. It's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be a sharp look at old Shanty, and the best is yet to come. The adventure downriver. That's what's going to be the fun part. This is all work for me, and it's a project. So anyway, stay with me. Please subscribe. Give me your comments. What you think, I'm doing. Maybe you got some suggestions. Either way, please stay with me. This is Andre. I'm going to sign off now. This is I keep mixing up Shanty Shack and Shanty Boat. But basically, it's River Rat Shanty Shack. So, signing off. Bye. Till the next time.